which means having more people in the promotion tournaments. It's crazy. As far as I know, Crystal is going to stay the exact same. It'll be an 8-person single elimination best of 3 tournament, and they're off.
Yep, they're off.
I love that. That corgi skin is wonderful, by the way.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
And the grenade charm in a blood race.
Oh boy,
baby rage. Let's go.
The grenade charm has claimed so many victims this tournament. Let's see if these two can keep it together.
Yeah, this is gonna be good times. That's for sure. What's up, Flag? How's it going? Speaking of people who joined into the tournament, I'm pretty sure Flag joined up. Didn't have the DLC, and then it was gifted by, I forget who, Asher, I think, or somebody. Oh, and Revelize, what's up? Speaking of people who got 6 points this time. Revelize representing the Titanium tier, getting 6 full points. Congrats to you on both your matches. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, very well done. Getting 6 points, having a flawless start. Definitely no easy feat.
Oh, weird. I went over on the Max channel and he's hosting you, and so I was confused on what was happening.
Oh yeah, yeah. I bet it was something else I tried to say when my mic was apparently muted. It was yeah, Mac with the 31, I think it was, viewer host. Much appreciated.
Yeah, I do love the sort of the CoNDOR Season 5 train that happens every day. It's just
yeah, we just all chain host each other into whoever's casting the next match. Whoa,
which is great. People don't seem to be scummy about like tiers or anything like that. But that's, I think, because all tiers have been entertaining for their own special reasons. So
this 1-3 exit being pretty rough. You know, kind of seeing the effects of the lack of lighting in the later floors within a zone. You take one glance at that exit room, and it's like, oh, well, the exit's right there. There's barely anything in there. You're tempted to just rush in there and try and get straight to the exit. Then you take another step in, and it's like, oh, there's actually 4 black skeletons and a white monkey in here. And BoredMai wisely backing off to deal with everything, but Tetel just trying to aggressively push in and going down for it.
Yeah. So gonna be a little behind there. Oh, and that bat RNG. Now that bat could have gone only 2 ways, I believe. And it went the wrong way, and now Tetel's only got half a heart.
Does have that check familiar though, so could start racking up the heals.
Yeah, we'll see if that happens. I mean, it's sort of most obvious, of course, when you kill the boss, but you can get some there. Like, for example, well, that's gonna be a tough one to get. But yeah, you can stack up piles if you want. You can also find wall gold. Oh, that corgi is purple. The clone corgi, I like it.
Yeah, it's DS is noting in the chat.
His longsword kind of looks like a big tongue.
Yeah, probably the most skilled dog I've ever seen in sword fighting.
Yeah, definitely a very good sword fighting dog there. So some talents. I love how he hops around too. That's really great. Now Tetel going down to Fortissimo there. And a quick pause. I'm just gonna double check that everything's okay.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, it looks like he's fine.
He was having some streaming issues earlier, but it looks like Mac.
So BoredMai thankfully remembering the grenade charm and yeah, avoiding bombing herself going into the food shop, but unfortunately getting hit there and breaking the glass longsword, trying to get the shard back, but just going down to that mage.
Rip. Yeah, that's a bad one.
I think wanting to go originally opting to just skip out on killing the food shopkeeper because it only contained an apple. You know, gluttony off of an apple. It's like, you know, big whoop. It's 1 extra heart container. You don't really need that gluttony charm. But then she went and checked the shop, and there was a ham in there. So it's like, oh, I actually do want the gluttony, and just you know, zeroing in, kind of tunnel visioning on that food shop, and just unfortunately kind of walking into damage from the golem.
Yeah, and then that mage getting the kill shot. Stupid yellow mage. By the way, we do have another race ongoing right now. Paperlore is hosting Slack versus Missing No. Slack looking to pull up his slacks a little bit there. He had a pretty rough first race, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, against Progus, he got 3-0'd. So he's looking to take some points here for sure. So that's hosted over on Paperlore's channel. Axum also doing commentary with Paperlore there, just to keep people updated.
All right.
There's a good chance I won't be able to stick out the whole of this race, but I'll hang out for a bit.
Okay.
Anyway, okay.
Glad to have you for however long it is.
Oh, thanks. All right. Yeah, I'm kind of doing some ref stuff in the background, so don't mind me.
All right. The life of CoNDOR staff is a rough one.
I mean, my responsibilities tend to be. I mean, I'm not in the Will or Mac or Alexis camp of needing to ref as much, so.
Yeah, that's true.
So I tend to do okay. I just ref when I can, but it often falls on their shoulders. They do a lot of work. It's kind of crazy, but luckily after next week, I will be very available to make sure that I can do my part. Because I'm hyped about season 5. It's super fun. I'm glad there's so many people also into it. Hopefully the hype train sticks around for the whole season. That'd be cool. We'll see. So an ice familiar pickup, Snowbro for BoredMai. Should be good. It's always a little spooky with glass because you can get yourself hit with the timing because it's easy to forget the 3-beat cool down of the ice attack.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of, keeping a internal mental clock about the length of that freeze really important in a lot of situations because, sometimes it can be tempting to just go like, okay, I've got this thing freezing stuff on this side. I don't need to worry about anything approaching from that side. But if you get hung up in a swarm for a while, you're going to find that the things, behind you on that Frost Familiar are going to be thawing pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's very easy to lose track when you start freezing a lot more than just the one guy. All right,
okay,
grenade charm threat. Nope.
Oh, no! Okay, so the way you want to be doing a grenade charm food shop kill is you just, I believe it's just that you want to walk in and throw your grenade up, like, immediately.
Yes, that is correct. I think you go up one, throw, and then jump down.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And so when you escape, the bombs plant there, and then you go back in and just do your left up thing.
Oh yeah, the bombs get planted and they actually explode while you're out of there, I'm pretty sure, so you don't even need to worry about dodging them at all.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, I've never actually tried it. I just remember somebody mentioning it. So I knew it was, walk in, throw.
Yeah, I think maybe only familiar with, like, the bomb and go to the top right corner, so trying to do some sort of variant of that with the with grenades.
Yeah.
But it's just not quite panning out as expected.
Very Blast Helm-esque of just everything blows up and it's like, oh no, I needed that. Oh man.
Yeah, which there actually is a way to get everything out of the food shop with the Blast Helm. A lot of people don't know about. It does require that you buy the 2 items, but you can get the Gluttony Charm if you bomb to the food shopkeeper's right and then immediately step left.
Really? Like bomb just like directly right?
Yeah, bomb directly right. The bomb that would destroy the Gluttony Charm still has a bead on it after you drop your first bomb. So you just step left then. And
and pick it up.
Yeah, you'll pick it up just before the bomb destroys it. And since you have the Blast Helm, you're not taking damage from the bomb.
Ha! Well, that's awesome. That's good to know. Oh boy, Tetel in a bit of a bad spot here.
Just enough space.
Perfect timing on that, but not going to be able to get the Obsidian Rapier, which I'm sure Tetel would prefer. This is Blood Tier. You're going to want a weapon that is not glass, especially moving into Zone 3.
I mean, if I were to, if you were to ask me what the safest glass weapon is, I would probably say a longsword.
Yep.
But it's still glass nonetheless.
Yeah. Yeah, or, any glass weapon with heavy glass armor.
Yeah, that helps too.
It helps a lot. But, yeah. I have been enjoying a lot of the staff play that I've started to see come out. I'm noticing a lot more staff strats and people willing to take the staff, which is great because it's such a unique item in that it does some very interesting boss kills and you can kind of, clear rooms in an interesting way. So I look forward to seeing some more of that. Action happening.
The staff, I've been kind of saying, I feel like of the basic weapon types, it's probably the weapon that has the highest skill ceiling. Because there are just so many very unique, creative ways you can, get kills on enemies that may have otherwise taken a lot of extra time to deal with.
Yeah.
But you really kind of need to see the lines and be a top-notch, with your enemy AI, like just to be able to manipulate them into moving in the ways that allow you to just line up those, those big, huge,
Yeah, you have to go home and learn all the movement priorities so that you know how everything's going to move around everything else.
Yeah,
no problem.
But there's so much you can do with it. Like, it's so satisfying to, like, oh, well, dang, this Minotaur, just popped out and charged past me and is gonna, be spending like 20 beats going down this long hallway. But, oh, I've got these couple of skeletons here that I can line up and shoot down the hallway with.
Yeah, so good.
And, situations like that are so good with the staff.
I have to point out, Tetel's handling of that 3-2 blue dragon was both scary and awesome. Managing to survive, sneaking a couple quick cookies in while buffering beats to not die. It was actually really impressive.
I actually was looking away from Tetel for a little while, and I see that that glass longsword is no more.
Yeah, it got real bad real fast. There was 2 Klappas, there was a couple elementals, and a blue dragon all coming in at once, and he got fully surrounded, but managed to totally handle it. It was quite nice.
I mean, yeah, Tetel's showing, that once he gets into those nasty situations, he has a good handle on how to, do his best to survive them. We saw that double monkey dragon situation with his stack of cookies. That's
right.
Yeah, that was him, right?
Yeah, you're seeing some definite skill that maybe is not quite harnessed yet. I don't know, or we'll see. I think, is this Tetel's first race? I'm
starting to second guess myself. Was that missing? No, in the last race. There's no gap between the two. It's all running together now.
Oh, I think it was Tetel. It was.
Okay.
Tetel raced Kika and won 2-1. So
okay.
Does have some points. If Tetel can win all 3 here, we'll be potentially in the. We'll make things complicated for us and staff. So right now we have a clear 4 at the top of the blood tier.
And BoredMai getting into a really tricky situation with the Telemonkey and that neutral bounce trap. Thankfully, not getting teleported anywhere dangerous, just being booted back a little bit into the shop.
And utilizing that Snowbro very well to kill those Blade Masters. They can be really obnoxious, but if you have Snowbro, you just freeze them and then they die in 1 hit, which is great.
Yeah, a bit of a different, different placement on the familiars than what we see from a lot of racers. I've noticed this horizontal Snowbro placement from a lot of our blood tier racers, and I had my doubts. I'm on board with the Snowbro above camp, but the racers that are putting it to the side seem to be really good at putting it to good use.
Yeah, I mean, it's what you're used to. The worst thing you could probably do is swap it around a bunch. But, I mean, the argument for up, I think, is quick boss kills.
Yeah, exactly.
There's also a lot of ways to do quick boss kills. Oh, that teleport.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to give Tetel a lot of time to catch up here. Be careful, Tetel. There is a wall pig there.
Yeah, BoredMai really getting thrown around by these teleport monkeys. Thankfully not into any danger, but still into significant time loss.
Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, there is an argument to be made for Snowbro not on the top because there's so many other quick kills for bosses that maybe there's better usages if it is horizontal. I don't know. Yeah. Or it's just a comfort thing. I mean, I don't know if there's anything in this game that really matters horizontal versus vertical other than dragon fireballs.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know.
Oh, I'm not sure BoredMai meant to take those boots of pain, but has them now nonetheless.
Oh
no! Wanted that regen, I'm sure, but down it goes.
Oh, well, there is a potion on.
That is not a potion.
That is not a potion.
This is 4-3. Potion rooms are going to be surrounded with level 3 walls.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. It certainly looked like it was going to be a potion.
Yeah, it did. It had me fooled for a moment until I went and I looked at the floor number.
I didn't even think to do that. I actually only learned that recently, which I don't know if I should be embarrassed about or not. But
a lot of people don't know. I see racers all the time. They see a big wall, level 2 walls on 2-3, and they're like, oh,
bomb in. Yeah.
Oh, it's a potion, and they bomb in, and they're disappointed to find the level boundary.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think. Speaking of which, I think Tetel just did exactly that.
Either that or just was like, I got to get through here. I mean,
could just been looking to skip that room over on the right, but with as low of a bomb count as he's on, I don't think you want to be spending bombs you don't absolutely need to.
Yeah, that is a pretty low bomb count currently.
Yeah, 0 is...
it's pretty much as low.
It's pretty low. It's about as low as it gets, yeah. Unless there's a way to get negative bombs that I don't know about.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you can do the, cache overflow, whatever, and do all kinds of weird speedrunning stuff with this game.
Go into the level editor and give yourself, 2 billion bombs overflow into the negatives.
And then, I don't know, program Super Mario Bros. In the game or something. I don't know. I've watched TaskBot a few times. I'm no expert. Oh boy. All right. Well, I mean, this is a really close race. BoredMai with a bit of a lead, and honestly, I think BoredMai's lead is 100% because of that Obsidian Rapier. The non-flawless Conga from the first boss fight has really been the butterfly effect for this entire race, I think.
Oh, but yeah, we're just talking about about Tetel's lack of bombs, but finding the blood shovel in the shop, as long as you get to Necrodancer with a decent amount of health, which he has that regen and that shopkeeper very familiar, so he probably will.
Yeah.
He can just dig out the stage, doesn't need any bombs whatsoever.
Yeah, so that was a perfect find for his current build situation. Ooh, BoredMai taking a quick little hit from the Skelly. I mean, has the plate mail, so should be totally fine. Incoming Minotaur. Oh, whoops. Kind of miscounted on that there a little bit.
Yeah, maybe just a little miscount there, but gonna mop this up. Getting a little bit of extra shopkeeper familiar heals, and on to Deadringer.
Yep, so he is exactly a floor ahead of Tetel, who just dropped down to 5-3. Might not be enough time remaining in the race. The Blood Shovel will make the fight a little faster, though the Grenade Charm also makes things pretty fast for the Necrodancer. So we shall see.
Ooh.
Going for lures, kind of getting them off the rails a little bit.
Yeah, missing that last one.
Honking that bell right when he's at you is a bad plan. That's gonna be real dangerous. You have to watch for that.
Might want to kill the sarcophagi. They just keep spawning more riders. Not really much fun. Tetel's catching up.
All caught up, yeah. And Tetel's going to be using the Japanese strat here, and it's always a little bit of a roll of the dice for that, but it worked out. Now we are almost tied into the Necrodancer, and I think Tetel's got the faster kill here.
Yeah, the Blood Shovel I think gonna save time compared to grenades slightly. Although
and he does use the Blood Shovel. That's smart.
BoredMai with the shield spell. Oh, not popping it though.
Yeah, but we are tied 1-1 now already on these Necrodancer hits. This is going to be close. Oh no, we might need a review. No review, please.
Oh no, it's 3-3.
It's 3-3. This is so close.
2-2.
Blood tier, everyone. This is the best. I love this.
1-1.
Oh my god, look at all those enemies luring. Oh, the kill for. And is it going to be Tetel?
I think it's Tetel! BoredMai struggling so hard to get that last hit. Just a wall of enemies blocking her way.
What a race. That was stupendous.
Oh, it just absolutely neck and neck until that final hit. But I'm pretty confident in saying that went in Tetel's favor.
Wow. That was phenomenal. What a good race. I'm going to check in the racer room to see what they when they done. Problem with blood racers is oftentimes they're not super prepared to done quickly, so you can't really tell if it's like. But let me take a quick look here.
Yeah, I always say just have that like in Necrobot races as well. Just have that .d pre-typed, ready to go. So as soon as you finish, you can just tab right over and hit enter, and that's all you got to do.
Whew, all right. According to CoNDOR bot, 17 minutes, 14 seconds for Tetel, 17 minutes, 17 seconds for BoredMai. So a 3-second differential on a 17-minute race.
Man, I think that's entire, there's so many little things at the end of the game that just cost it for the missed Deadringer lure could have made the difference.
Mm-hmm.
That last hit on the Necrodancer, just so many little things, and you never really think. When you make one mistake that costs you 2 seconds, you never think that it's going to be what costs you the race, but sometimes that's the case.
Yeah, and I mean, Tetel didn't... Tetel won, but Tetel did not get that Obsidian Rapier. And so that also made a big difference here. So I don't really know. That was wild. That was a great race.
Yeah, 3 is, as they say, a lot of seconds.
Good meme. Slack, by the way, is up 1-0 over Missing No right now, and looks to be ahead here in the second race. About 7 minutes in, about to drop into Zone 5. I think we're gonna start seeing another race kick in, if I'm not mistaken. I think Mac is about to kick up his race. It's gonna be Abu versus Mad Hyena. Abu, one of the racers I definitely think has playoff potential, playoff sights for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Racing very, very well lately.
Yeah, if you see his times in our Necrobot, casual Necrobot races, he is so frequently on top.
Yeah. Yeah, he's very, very fast. Yeah, you can, if you're in the Necrobot server, you can actually go and scroll through the race results and check those out. They're available to anyone in there. But yeah, we are off. We got an early Titanium Dagger for both racers and bombs as well. So nice, decent start for sure. Oh, and everybody's favorite conjure shop in Zone 1.
Yeah, and just being a little short on the gold there, not going to be able to buy anything. BoredMai, on the other hand, gonna conjure a weapon and get a blood cat.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, the 1/3 conjure is not the worst idea, but I would have so gone for a ring there. Oh, whoa, hey, what happened there?
Oh, looks like Tetel just accidentally dropped an extra beat. Yeah, BoredMai actually sticking with the Titanium Dagger of the blood cat.
Definitely the right. I think that is definitely the right call.
I think I disagree here.
I think mostly just for you're not going to be keeping it. You're probably going to take the black chest, and Titanium Dagger is a better boss kill weapon.
Well, yeah, but what I'm seeing here is, Mai's missing a heart here, and yeah, you'll probably swap the weapon off at the boss, but you'll at least get that heart back by the time you get there.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's a really good point. Oh, baby.
This one...
I don't even know if I would have taken that if I was a blood tier racer. I might have just been... Sorry, if I was. I probably am. So, but I don't know if I would have taken that.
I think you think a little lowly of yourself there. I think you're stronger than you're giving yourself credit.
Maybe titanium then. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. I can't sub-mac. It's eating me up inside.
As I was talking about in the other race, Glass Staff, possibly one of the most dangerous weapons to run in the game. Staff, as I said, kind of a really high skill ceiling weapon, because there's so many crazy things you can do with it, and especially in Zone 4, you've got those Warlocks that can give you so much grief, suddenly teleporting yourself across the map.
That's when it being glass is a problem. If you have like obsidian, and some protection, then sure, launch yourself across the level. But if it's glass,
yeah, if it's glass, then you launch yourself into a Warlock that you can barely even see and immediately take damage, and now you have no weapon. In a room that's still full of enemies, like it can be really messy. Finding a Titanium Harp, but gonna stick with the staff here.
I'm just booting up. So Mac's race has begun, it appears. So just booting that up to keep an eye on it as well. Slack did just get his second point, so he's up 2-0 against Missing No in about a 10-minute race. All right. And the axe. Oh, that reminds me. So you were talking about the staff being one of the highest. Oh, that fireball though. No. BoredMai,
I think maybe just not counting right, or maybe just we always say the axe is not a broadsword, but the axe is also not a rapier. Yeah, I've died once from that, and once that happened, there was this realization of like, oh yeah, like I'm in the mode of like this is lunging, so it should do more damage, but no, it doesn't. It does do more damage. It's just spread out across 3 targets. That is true. Yeah, just like the broadsword. But it is not a broadsword. So I was actually doing some testing earlier and discovered that the axe is not a broadsword in more than one way. The order the axe hits enemies in is actually different from broadsword as well. That is correct. Yes. My understanding is it is middle and then left then right. If you're like attacking up. Middle, right, then left, I think was what it was. Whereas the broadsword is right, left, then middle, which is really weird. It kind of gives you this weird mental image of how Cadence is waving that broadsword around. Like I thought it was left, middle, right. I thought it was like a swipe. Yeah, that's what I feel like it logically it would be, but no, it's right, left, middle. So Cadence is doing this kind of weird, wacky arm waving thing as she swings that broadsword around to like arc the sword over the middle target and then bring it back, or I don't know. in one swift movement. That's amazing. Yeah, that is really funny. But yeah, I was gonna say the axe is also one of those. It's got a high skill level. When you start to realize its potential, because there's some pretty great stuff you can do with it, especially like Minotaurs running away from you. You've got a little extra time to try and catch them, because you can also hit that sort of diagonal forward space. BoredMai this time just saying no thank you to the glass staff and just gonna do the Ozuma strat against Kanga. Oh, I didn't notice the Ozuma. Very nice. It's funny to see the Ozuma
in blood, but I like that.
Yeah, it's one of those strats that it's around and some people know it. Kind of one of those weird game quirk things, though. For those who don't know how it works, it basically takes advantage of the way bomb explosions process. So bomb explosions are going to do their damage from roughly top left to bottom right. Now, Conga, as long as the Conga lines are alive and his throne is intact, he's invincible. Other than to phasing damage from the phasing dagger.
Yeah, so if you knocked him off his throne and then bombed him while he was running around, he would just teleport back onto his throne.
Exactly. But if you lure him off to the right side of the throne and place the bomb there, such that it will destroy the throne in the top left corner of the explosion, the throne gets destroyed. And then, because of the order of bomb processing, then it hits King Conga. So when it hits King Conga, it then goes, okay, is the throne intact? No. Then we're damaging him. And that kills him.
Right. And importantly, when his throne explodes, he moves right away off to the right. And so that's why you can do this strat if you're on the right side of the throne, but not on the left side of the throne.
Yeah, exactly.
The order is flipped.
It
would be bomb him and then throne, but he's not there yet because you haven't bombed the throne yet.
Yeah, you can't actually see it happen, but if you bomb him, if you try and do that as a strat from the right side, or from the left side rather, what will happen is the bomb will hit Conga first. The game will see that his throne's intact and teleport him back to the throne. Then the throne will get destroyed, and Conga will just teleport randomly to be damaged. But you can't see it happen because as far from just the viewer perspective, everything the bomb hits is all happening instantaneously. But there is an internal ordering to it, and that is exploitable.
Indeed. Also applies to the urn, but.
Yeah, we actually saw, I was commenting on a match with Greemy. Greemy continuously, like multiple times, was bombing the urn from points other than above to the top left, and actually lost his food both times he got that urn because of it. And was kind of commenting that I feel like, I might be wrong, but I feel like Greemy was even the person who initially came up with the explanation for, hey, why does my urn sometimes not drop food?
That's funny. And then he was the one not following it. Maybe he just didn't want food.
Or, maybe just raised nerves, I think, is the more likely explanation.
Probable, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So both are racers on pretty low health right now. Tetel actually with a little bit of the speed here, I think Tetel's got a little bit of a faster top speed. Oh no, BoredMai going down to a beetle.
I think maybe had that battle shovel. I think I can see the line of thought. Just okay, let's kill this beetle. You start to attack it and you go, wait, no, I have battle shovel. I should have been using the battle shovel to one-shot it, but it's too late already. But you still try to do it reflexively because the thought pops into your head.
Yeah, he battle shoveled a beat early, and then he hit the beetle and then hit the frozen slime from his snow bro. I just watched the replay, so that's kind of a bummer. So down he goes. So opening it up for Tetel to get another win here.
That said, Tetel, not the best shape in the health front. Gonna pop that shield scroll to make this exit room a little less scary, though. But it does at least have that plate armor and that Crown of Teleportation. Crown of Teleportation gonna prevent the damage from one hit and teleport him to the shop instead. So, that's going to keep him safe from one hit at least. Plate armor, reducing damage by 1.5 heart. Likely going to, reduce whatever he gets hit by down to half a heart. But some of the heavier hitting things, maybe not so much.
Yeah, and those start to really appear in Zone 5. Those enemies do a lot of damage.
Potential food in this gargoyle to the left. There's actually a couple gargoyles that might have food. And he has some bombs to spare.
And the war drum.
Oh, yeah, the war drum. Could just tap the war drum.
Drum it up.
Break the gargoyles. Yeah, there we go.
Yep, there you go.
Oh, not checking the gargoyles, though. Maybe he doesn't have all the gargoyle types memorized.
Ooh, thank you, Luck Charm there. We almost had a axe is not a broadsword situation with that black bat, but had the Luck Charm. I will also point out that the battle shovel will work as well for opening.
Yeah, exactly. Plenty of ways to open it, but yeah, I think... Ooh, that's... Yeah, thankfully,
Oh,
the
boy.
way move attack weapons work, the attack actually comes out before the movement. So right there, lunging into hitting that exploding gargoyle as he hits that orange armadillo, the explosion is going to happen before he moves in range. So kind of,
Yeah, looks funky, but it works.
yeah, kind of, lucking out a little bit there. Potential food shop here, though. Yeah, I imagine probably going to check this. Because, yeah, food is the one thing Tetel really wants right now. Pretty low health, but a very sizable lead. You just want to play as safe as possible. There it is, food shop. Pretty strong one, too. Cheese and a full heart container.
So can go up to full health and then hopefully pick up like a... and keep the war drum and hopefully pick up a ham or something. Maybe there would have been one in one of those, statues.
Oh, yeah, and he does have that lucky charm, which really does increase the odds of finding a ham in like one of those statues or in one of the crates.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, down to 4-3 here. Gonna be looking to put this one away. Pretty safe build at this point. Does need to watch for goo dunks though, because of the lack of ooze protection boots.
And just so everybody knows, there is two matches now ongoing. Paper Lore hosting Slack versus Missing No. Slack being up 2-0. Abu versus Mad Hyena just got started on Mac's channel. Currently 0-0. With Abu in the lead in Zone 4.
Okay, finding a stack of cookies there. Not the ideal choice for Gluttony Charm, but it is an extra bit of health, in case you find yourself taking a bit of a beating.
And going up to 5 hearts, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, that is an option. Could,
it's not a waste.
Just eat one cookie immediately, cock that Gluttony Charm, and go up to 5 hearts.
Yeah, I mean, with the heavy plate, it's pretty good. So, I don't know. Oh, that is a nice shop. Hello.
Considering he's contemplating that Earthquake spell for a safe Deadringer.
Looks like he decided against it. Oh, did want to just reminded me, speaking of quick kills, that Fear Scroll thing that Squega found. Did you know that already, Spooty? Or was that...
I can't say I did, but I don't think it really has any practical purpose. By the looks of it, you needed to have Necrodancer on the edge of the, with the stage edge right next to him, so you need to be bombing or digging him out already.
But it does give you board jumping into the yeah, that's a axe is not a rapier.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a lot of that here.
But yeah, I mean, there is you get the quicker attack. Like it's similar to when you have the blood drum or whatever.
Yeah, but you have to kind of maneuver over to the left side in order to get him to jump away from you off the stage, which I think in itself is probably wasting about as much time as you're saving by getting that early hit where he doesn't teleport away.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It looks like it might be a little faster, but you could be correct. At least it's like a sure thing, because he might do some wacky teleport on you or something like that. But that's true. And Taraka, for those who haven't seen, Squega was doing a thing last night streaming, and bombed the Necrodancer on the right side. So you bomb out 2 of the turnips and move all the way up, so that there was one space next to the Necrodancer. And then he used the Fear Scroll, and it actually spooked the Necrodancer off the stage. And then he could attack him, so he did not need to bomb him. And because he got spooked off the stage, he didn't teleport. So he was accessible there. But yeah, Spooty's saying it does take a lot of time to go around and to do that fear move.
Yeah, so meanwhile, Tetel here pushing really hard on to 5-3. Looking pretty good. Getting banged up by these zombies a little bit. This orc blocking his attempts to push the zombies off the power line, rather.
And there's that Ozuma strat we've been talking about so much. BoredMai doing that again. Does not want the... I mean, probably worth checking the purple chest. Because you only know that the black chest is something you don't want.
Yeah, exactly. I think maybe the Ozuma not being quite the right call here. Just go for that flawless and try and get some sort of item out of this.
All right, we are on to Deadringer. Gonna do some lure strats. Thank you. Man, right at the beginning of the tournament, nobody was luring in the lower tiers, and it was killing all of us. So I'm really glad that we're seeing this now.
Nice use of the axe range there to take out that skeleton.
Yeah.
At this point, really should just be proccing Gluttony with those cookies because you're at the end of the run. May as well get the extra heart.
Yeah.
When you activate Gluttony by overhealing, you even if it would only be half a heart overheal, it does give you a completely full heart container. So, in that sense, he could be getting a full heart off of a single half heart cookie.
Yeah, that is something he should certainly do. But I mean, on the Necrodancer has a lot of health, pretty safe situation. Not perfect, but pretty safe.
Looks like Tetel maybe being versed in luring here. Flawless lure so far.
Oh yeah, it's looking very nice. Okay, he kind of pushed for that one a little, but the timing wasn't too bad, so it's okay. And with that Nightmare, that should be it. That Nightmare shouldn't do too much.
I think maybe not having in mind that he could just burn a beat to get the right luring position, but there we go. Tetel takes round 2.
GG. Tetel takes round 2. One more game remains. I'm actually gonna have to head out now. But before I do, thank you, Spooty. I appreciated it.
Thanks for having me around. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, and by the way, Slack just won his set 3-0 against Missing No. Missing No actually not terribly far behind on this race. Slack did finish. And then Abu took the first game off Mad Hyena. And we've got lots of races, I think in about 12 minutes. We've got... Nope, that's incorrect. In 42 minutes. CS1 versus Horde of Tribbles. Horde, of course, having that amazing race yesterday against Roncliffe. If you've not seen that, you should check it out. It was within 3 beats was the finals. So it's the third match of Roncliffe versus Horde, and you can check that on our stats sheet. You can watch all the VODs. They're all posted, or at least most of them are.
Sounds pretty intense.
Yeah. So have fun. I'm not going to be around, unfortunately, for most of the races tonight, but good luck on your races, Spooty, and good luck on your commentating for Horde and CS1.
Yes, thank you.
Not that you need luck for any of those things, but I'm sure you'll be fine.
Hey, luck is good now. We all know that.
That's a good point. Okay, see ya.
All right, later. All right, so it looks like I'm going to be holding down the fort for the rest of this race on my own. But yeah, almost done. Final race of this set, Tetel versus BoredMai. Tetel may have already taken the set here. 2 out of 3 wins, but as always, this is a tournament format where every point matters. So, BoredMai is still going to be wanting to sneak away with that last point if it's at all possible. Pretty quick reset on Tetel's part. I missed why. Maybe a bad early hit or something. Early coupon for both the racers. Potentially useful, especially with this blood shop here. If there's a high cost item that you want, you could just buy it outright. BoredMai, though, not wanting any of this. Actually, looks like maybe going to check the shop first to see if there's anything worthwhile there. No, it just decided to fight the red dragon first, which is fair. Could potentially get Lucky Charm here. Nope, gonna leave that gold pile alone. So, just gonna head up straight to the shop. Grabbing this armor here. Quartz armor, pretty, it's better than nothing. Generally not super great, but can be fairly handy. And going back to the blood shop, picking up the ice familiar. I guess maybe just not wanting to spend the coupon on, a half a heart cost. Wanted to get a little more value out of it. And getting a little more value out of it by saving, the need to farm up, I believe it's 125 gold for those for that quartz armor. Really aggressive use of the frost charm, but the frost familiar rather. But you do have to be careful. It only lasts 3 beats, and that's not enough to mash a Minotaur down on its own. Need to back up and reapply the freeze. But Racer's absolutely neck and neck. Both of them having to fight Coral Rift on a dagger with no bomb. It's something no one likes to do. But good use of the frost familiar there again to just take out tentacles quickly. Okay, both racers looking to finish this Coral Rift fight up. Oh, and the Ice Spirit familiar placement on Tetel's side paying off much better. Just letting him freeze on the first approach. and just finish the fight up right away. Getting a Dagger of Phasing. BoredMai looks like maybe doing some RTMP strats, looking to see if it's a weapon they want to Telstream before taking it. Deciding not wanting that Dagger of Phasing, gonna check purple instead, but only getting a Ring of Protection, which is really not all that great. Does not really synergize particularly well with the Quartz Armor. I know some players have thought that maybe Quartz Armor plus an extra protection item means everything gets reduced to half a heart, but that is not the case. Quartz Armor is essentially just a damage cap. It just means that things cannot deal more than 1 heart, but that cap is set at the end of damage calculation, so it's going to apply the ring first and go, and then afterwards check, okay, is this dealing more than 1 heart? Okay, if it is, then it only deals 1 heart. And I looked away for a second, but looks like Tetel going down. Gonna be back to zone 1, unfortunately. But knowing that it's Coral Rift 1 this time around could save that bomb for a much faster fight to help him catch up faster. BoredMai kind of parking in front of that armadillo and just reapplying the freeze multiple times, getting the armadillo stuck in the doorway. Not quite what you want to be doing. Oh, but here's a really nice combination. The Ring of Frost with the Ice Spirit Familiar. Ring of Frost gives your attacks a freezing effect where they will freeze on the enemies they hit, and also makes them like shatter or just instantly kill any frozen enemies. So you have this really cool situation where you can freeze an enemy with the Familiar and then just immediately one-shot it with any weapon attack. A lot of potential speed application there. Tetel finding a Blood Bow up there. Not gonna take that though. I mean, Blood Bow not exactly a very strong weapon. Bow is generally a pretty safe weapon. It's a pretty common choice for newbies. But when you're speedrunning, it does tend to mean that you just fight lots of enemies you don't actually mean to because of its long reach. Sure enough, Tetel keeping a hold of his bomb this time around. Gonna use it for a fast Coral Rift. Contemplating, ultimately decides on getting a purple chest. I think looking at Mai's build, thinking that maybe that Ring of Frost came out of the purple chest, but unfortunately not the case. Oh, Mai just kind of, I think, realizing that they didn't freeze Congo for long enough and going in for the refreeze, but the bomb's already planted, just bombing themselves, losing the glass spear, so no flawless, no weapon here beyond a little stumpy glass shard. And that's not what you want going into Zone 3, for sure. Oh. Gonna check this shop, see if this flail's worthwhile. It is a titanium flail, so definitely an improvement. Probably wants this whole shop, to be honest. That heal spell looks mighty nice, but a little bit outside of Mai's price range, unfortunately. Meanwhile, Tetel finding that Ring of Frost. So gonna help push. Ring of Frost really does help a lot to deal with having a weak weapon. The ability to two-shot everything, even with 1 damage, is really handy. Also, Paper Lore, thank you for the host. Very much appreciated. I'm glad we can have the the CoNDOR casting host train as always, which I will be sending you guys off to another race probably after this one. There's a little bit of a time gap before the next one I'm planning on casting, so. And I believe there's plenty of other races going on right now that you guys could be watching instead. Okay, so Mai checking the black chest there and getting a glass broadsword. Not really what they want. Could get luck off of this gold pile. I don't know, looks like the leprechaun already left when at some point. I missed it. Tetel, on the other hand, is going to secure the Flawless against King Konga and get a shield spell out of that purple chest, which is a really strong find. Mai also missing the Flawless against Fortissimo here, just bumping into the Burrowed Mole. So, no Flawless against Fortissimo. That's the second boss in a row that they've missed the Flawless on. But that said, already has a pretty solid build. That Flail Ring of Frost is pretty nice. Finding an Obsidian Staff could take it. Ring of Frost does help to make staffs a lot more viable. Does, you know, freeze everything in the line, which means that you're a little less prone to instantly dying in Zone 4 to unfortunate teleports into Warlock damage. But, okay, I think I'm trying to get the Lucky Charm there, maybe. But it becoming clear that that Leprechaun is not coming. Could swap to the Titanium Axe here, but gonna stick with the Flail. You know, considering the Ring of Frost, I think that's not a bad choice. The Flail does have a bad tendency for getting stuck on Blade Masters for quite some time, but, you know, Ring of Frost's gonna clear out swarms fairly quickly, so probably not a bad choice. Finding a potion in the corner here, gonna spend the bomb to reach it. Scroll of Need as well for, you know, even an additional potion after that one, maybe. Potentially. But yeah, potion gonna restore my to full health after one death. And ooh, Tetel going down to the Yeti over there. So back to Zone 1 for Tetel. A little bit of a poor situation here. 3-zone deficit is not where you want to be. When you're this far down, I think you have to play for safety and just hope that your opponent goes down. And BoredMai finishing up 4-2 onto the last Zone 4 floor. Things can get a little spicy here. Monocle instantly aggroing that spirit. Ooh, missing the fire pig and eating a fireball to the face. Contemplating that, I think is very unsure about whether they want that teleportation crown or not. Gonna take it ultimately. You know, Monocle is gonna show them any nearby food, but immediately popping that crown of teleportation to the to that fire pig again though. So maybe gonna go back and get the Monocle again. Oh, a potion is down. That's unfortunate. Yeah, one of the problems here, though, is that Scroll of Need, one of the most common uses for it is to use it when you are at half a heart. When used with half a heart of HP remaining, it will give you a potion. But Quartz Armor is going to make getting that little half heart of damage kind of hard to do. Because, you know, almost everything's going to be hitting you for a full heart. So, might be, you know, might be a little difficult to get that push out of that. Generally, it's helpful to have like a heal spell or a fireball spell to blood cast and lower your health to the right spot. But at any rate, gonna be checking the purple chest here. Getting a freeze spell just to further stack that you know, that ice corgi build here. You know, like the Frost Familiar, gonna be able to cast that freeze and one-shot everything that's frozen. Which freeze lasts, I believe, 7 beats. So that's with a multi-hitting weapon like the flail. It's gonna clear out large swarms of enemies all at once. That's generally going to be more than enough time to clear out a room full of enemies. Oh yeah, Necro Rebel as well with the host. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so pushing down this 5-3 hallway. Wide weapons are really strong in Zone 5 because all the main hallways are 3 tiles wide, and those wide weapons like Axe, Flail, Broadsword, gonna let you just kind of walk down the center, take advantage of that conduit, and really clear things out quickly. And on to 5-3 with that heavy glass. One hit, one chunk taken out of it, but still pretty strong armor as things currently stand. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it's my dad. He did come back from vacation with a bit of a cold, So, unfortunately, that's my mic's going to be picking that up. But thanks for the well wishes for him. On to Deadringer here. Looks like we're going to be seeing some lure strats. Lure strats with the flail can be a little tricky if you don't know exactly what you're doing. And right there, kind of accidentally smacking Deadringer off the rails. I think just getting a little frustrated here, just looking to mash things out. Oh, gotta be careful here. Oh, okay, Heavy Glass is gone, but finishing out the fight, so gonna live to see the Necrodancer. At this point, I believe could pop that Scroll of Need to try and get new armor. But I know there is a risk associated with that. The armor pool does include the Karate Gi, which doubles your incoming damage, with the benefit of doubling your outgoing damage, but it doesn't affect the loot, so it's not all that useful here. Tetel's stream seems to be frozen, that is correct. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But it looks like it's not on my end. So, yeah, potentially a streaming issue on Tetel's side. But considering that BoredMai just finished up the Necrodancer, I don't think it makes a bit of difference. That is going to be BoredMai's victory, bringing this set up 2-1. Yeah, and Tetel's stream going down right there.